Hey everybody, how you doing out there? Welcome to week one of fall 2025. Excited to teach principles of marketing. I'll be doing a video of the week each week to prepare you for the assignments and discussion questions, also team activity. A lot of things you can learn from these videos, so please watch them. If your questions are not answered during these videos, then we can get on the phone or exchange some emails. This video is going to run a little longer than most of the videos I do because it's a table setting video. Gets you prepared for the entire term, gives you some insight of where to find things, and gives you guidance on how to be successful in this class. This class is a heavily structured team class. After week 2, you'll be in teams. So if you know somebody you want to work with, please send me a request. If I do not hear from you, then I'll just give a random draw. And you'll be with who I put you, it'll be 5 to 6 individuals per team. So be prepared for that. Marketing is a team sport. And the best way to learn about marketing is working with a creative group to find the best way to produce the best work product. So looking down here, all the principles of marketing, you will not be needing a required textbook. Instead, in all my classes, I use videos that are from thought leaders in industry. Best way to keep current in marketing, especially with the rise of AI. AI is going to be the most crippling to the industry of marketing. And how do you keep your job in marketing or find a job in marketing that complements the experience of AI? And also social media marketing, I teach that class at Clackamas as well. It's the next class in the sequence. We'll talk about a little bit about social media marketing in this class so you can get some good insight. You'll be not required to meet in a Zoom session. This is a completely asynchronous class. So we will be doing videos. You'll meet as teams, but over a lion's share, you will not need to meet with me outside your project managers, potentially. I'll be posting a video each week. Like I mentioned, all assignments need to be put in the Dropbox. Can't be sent through email because I need time-stamped in the system. Now, as team assignments, you'll need one person to submit, which is your project manager. So once your teams are formed, you'll assign a project manager to your team. They're the ones that are making sure that things get facilitated, submitted, so forth. They should not be doing all the work. But they're the ones that submit on behalf of the team. So when you have an assignment submitted on behalf of the team, no one else submits. Please keep that in line. You'll have 2 discussion questions each week. I'll talk about how to navigate those in just a minute. And I already mentioned this is a heavily structured team class. I will always be posting announcements. There's no announcements here yet because we have not started. But this video will be uploaded to announcements. And it'll be uploaded to your main board. So make sure you look for the announcements. Here's the rubric to be successful in class. What I always say is I grade with camera-ready vision. What that means is, could you deliver what you just produced as a team to a client tomorrow, to a business partner, to a strategic partner? Think of that. I don't want you to think as a college student in this class. I want you to think of I'm employed as a consulting team or a marketing firm, and this work product is going to be utilized tomorrow. So what would you be proud of handing over to somebody that's paying for your services? And also, every assignment, unless it's a new assignment, will have an example for you to look at so you can see where the bar of excellence has been achieved by a prior group. Okay, I don't know why I announced this is here twice. This one will be erased. And then for the first week, you have a couple of assignments and you have 2 discussion questions. So let's talk about the discussion questions first. Discussion questions are simulating your textbook. So the first one is Bridget. She's going to talk about the 2025 marketing trends. You watch this video and then you add a discussion thread authored by yourself of how you felt about this video. What were your thoughts about this video? What were some of the highlights of this video? And then during the week, you look out for 2 peers to respond to. Now they have to be substantive. You can't just say, I agree, but 2 posts to peers, 1 original post from yourself, you get full grade consideration. Each of these discussion questions are 20 points. So you can lose points pretty quickly if you do not watch these videos and respond. Also, I choose the best videos that match your assignments for the week. So I want to make sure you understand the assignments. If you don't watch the videos, it'll be hard to complete the work product. So that's one, and then you have two each week. The second one is Kate talk about Canva tutorial. A big fan of Canva. It's a one-stop shop, and you can go here, watch this video, post some thoughts, one original, two responses to peers, and you're done. That takes care of discussion questions. Also remember, I staged the class from Monday to Sunday, all online classes I teach from Monday to Sunday. So everything opens on Monday. Right now, these are the two discussion questions open. Next week, these will open, but these will close. And once these are closed, you can't respond to them again. So you don't want to miss those points at the end of the week. This will close Sunday at midnight. Then you have two assignments this week. One is a video introduction. And for a couple of reasons we have the video introduction. One is so I can get to know you, since it's an online class. But also, we've had some problems with bots signing up for classes, fraudulent behavior with financial aid. So we want to make sure that you're in the class. So if you submit on Friday, October 3rd by midnight, a video answering some of these questions, you'll stay in the class. If you do not do that video by this time, I need to drop you administratively from the class. I don't want to do that. So make sure you get that video in. That is critical, number one thing to do this week. The other assignment is just a fun assignment to get you start thinking about marketing. Is I want you to do personal branding assignment. If you were represented as a logo, what would your personal brand look like? Your task to design a logo using your initials or part of your name. The logo must visually communicate something about you. Answering these questions, and what I need from you as a delivery is create 2 copies of your logo, one color, one grayscale. And write a summary about 200 words of why you chose the different graphics you did to illustrate your initials or parts of your name. Okay. And that would conclude the first week. Really easy first week. I just want you to settle in. Then week 2, we start doing the marketing mix assessment. One of the most tried and true and longest forms of methodologies in marketing. You can see again, this is another individual assignment. However, we get to team in week 3, like I already promised. And once you're in the team section, you got to work together as a team to produce some pretty lengthy, I'd say meaty assignments. So you got segmentation, you've got client journey stories, you got marketing ethics. A little bit of background on myself. I think back up here, I'm going up and down pretty quickly. My bio. Read about who I am. I work with entrepreneurs right now, launching businesses. I also work with larger companies in professional development. I have a background in marketing, and it is changing so quickly that you really need to stay up on all the trends to become a relevant marketer, if that's what your career path is. Okay, folks, I think that's everything. If you have any questions after watching the video, reach out. But I look forward to working with you